starting. Boom. Wednesday. All right. Obviously, at the end of New York AM, price comes back down. Totally manipulates this low. Did we even take out? Now we didn't really take out all this accumulation, but it's fine. We totally manipulated. We're coming off of continuations. Price is just looking for internal manipulations, either 15-minute, 5-minute, whatever, 1 hour, higher time frame, just to give us the continuation. Right. That's all you need for continuation is just internal manipulation alongside the narrative. So we have this internal manipulation that's bullish. We even have SFT. Boom. Price trades away, rebalances. We don't care because like PM. News comes out. Peace, 2 weeks peace treaty. Price pumps up crazy. Cool. So that's low of the week from right here. Price is not gonna look to come down and like take this out. So you're literally just gonna look to take like internal manipulation. Price takes out like a piece of accumulation, flies off. It might build accumulation along the way. It comes back, takes it out, fly off. As you can see, this is what price has been doing. So over here, beginning of Asia around 7 p.m. Price starts to slow down a lot and it starts to chop. Okay, so it starts to chop OD, right? Cool. For the shorts, right? First of all, where's your DOL? Where, if you're gonna look to short here, where is the only possible DOL for you to take it to? Obviously, this accumulation low right here. That's legit the most prominent thing you could target easily. Price will give it to you because it's all accumulation. All right. For entries wise, it was really simple. We just had SFT. So price takes out this high, right? You don't really need to look to the far left. You're literally just seeing what price is doing. So price takes out this high, this left, right? Fat displacement away, right? So this high is really nice because look at the reaction it's giving us. Really, really bearish. Now, if we're looking bullish, do you want to see price take out all the structure internally, then chop up? No, you want to see fast displacement away from it. So once you see price being choppy and slowing down, you're expecting price to look to manipulate again. All right, let me find it. Right here. Cool. All right, 9:30 opens. Okay, this is why I say to wait and not trade 9:30 because price could easily manipulate you even if you're in the right trade or in the right narrative. So 9:30 opens on NQ. Manipulates higher. It takes out all this accumulation highs from 8:15 and it rebalances back inside this order block from what is it called? Wait, I drew it wrong. Let me delete this shitty numbers, bro. My bad. I wasn't the only nigga trading on this account, so my IRL was using it as well. So that's why you guys see Fib levels, even though I tell them shits don't work. Boom. You can mark out the order block any way you like it, but as you can see, price came back, took out this internal accumulation inside of it, and tapped back inside the order block, clean. From there, price starts displacing away. If you took shorts anywhere around here, it was 100% fine and it was clean. We also had SFT up here as well. If you wanted to mark it out, it's like internal SFT, which is fine. But turtle soup, SFT rebounds back inside the order block, takes out all this accumulation. Now we're looking to displace. Where's your DOL? Below you, which was how much points? Let's say you took it from here. You have 160 points to look for an entry. So again, SIBI, if you see this candle close bearish and you see the next one start opening and displacing, you legit just slap on an entry, stop loss legit at the body. Or if you're really, really scared, you can have it at the wick, but you don't really need to because this wick is fat, right? You can have it at the CE or not, but very unlikely that price will look to come back here because NQ did the manipulation. ES is just looking to distribute, and both pairs now are correlated. They're both going to look to continue going lower. So shorts, slap on the entry, and you're TPing at either internal draws, right? If you're really scared, you have all these internal liquidities, or take it to the full DOL if you really had balls. But more than likely, one of you guys took it these internal DOLs, which was fine nonetheless. Along the way, you had rebalances. For example, CB displaces past this low. Nice CB displacement. You see a rebalance, okay, but where's the displacement? Let me wait for displacement. Now I see displacement. Price is displacing below these lows. I can slap an entry now. Okay, cool. Let's say right here, stop loss above 36 points, TPing any of these lows on the left, price would have hit. Same thing for here. Price rebalances again. All right. As long as you didn't have your stop losses too tight, right here, you would have been fine legit holding your entire trade. So when you're entering, just have it above the most recent cleanest rebalance. So this is the most recent clean rebalance right here. SIBI rebalance, displacement away. Of course, price is gonna look to rebalance, but you don't know if it will rebalance inside this SIBI because we didn't have any clean Sibi like formation. Like it wasn't forming really cleanly. We had wicks down here, wicks everywhere. So price could still look to come up, but best way to have it is legit just put the SL up here, where price rebounds inside this clean Sibi, and from there you're fine. Again, if you waited for another rebalance, which price did give you rebalance, this candle started displacing, but it closed like a wick. This candle did not displace higher, right? So you know this is not going to look to continue going higher. Again, nice clean displacement past this internal low, confirming that price is going to look to go down. Enter, slap, SL up there, and TPing anywhere you would like. Obviously, only DOL right here is this right here. That makes sense for price to take out. You enter and you hold it pretty much. Price became really choppy here, which was unfortunate. I was expecting at least like clean displacement lower, but it's price, you can't really predict what it does. But this right here, this was legit untradeable. So if you entered anywhere in here, it does not make sense. The only possible entries you could have entered on was legit here, anywhere around here was fine, but around here, very risky. After 10:45, after we started displacing lower, price took it out. We rebounded back inside this chop. Nothing really clean in there to refer off of. Let's look at ES. ES cleanly took out the DOL, but it didn't really tap into anything. So 10:55, 10:50, they just continue displacing lower. We don't know where the manipulation will end because we also have accumulation up here, so price can take it out, but it could still react either way. So we're just waiting for either price to take it out or anything along the lines of that. So alright, cool, we got like 10 more minutes. So price comes back down. Okay, we don't take it out, but react from it. Okay, and you see a strong clean reaction. All right, you see CB gets inverse, and you're seeing continuous shade. Like we see price is still continuing. So if you this damn, I can't talk. Clean displacement through. You haven't gotten a rebalance yet. If you're waiting for a rebalance, price would have gave it to you at like 11, right? But if you didn't hesitate and you entered like around here after the CB got inversed, or as we were displacing through the CB, okay, stop loss either here or here below it, the BISI. Again, where are you TPing? Internal highs. Where's the cleanest internal high that you have? Right here, before price started to displace this high right here. Why was this high prominent? Because when price took out the DOL, it gave us a reaction and it set in this high before we started to manipulate again, right? So this high, it will tell us if price is going to look to continue going higher or it will continue going lower. So for example, if price came back and it rebounds back inside the CB, then continues going lower, we know that price will look to go lower. But if price comes back up, takes out this internal draw, it's like market structure shift, it's like, what is that one thing, the PDRA everybody using? I think it was like change in state of delivery. It's like that, where price is shifting, alright? I don't really use it, but it's just like you can see that price is shifting. The market is shifting by taking out bearish DOLs or bearish liquidity, which is what it did here, right? It took it out, reboundless again back inside the VISI, and from there we just continued to displace. That's pretty much it for Wednesday PA breakdown. It was really simple. It was one of the simplest days. Anything about Wednesday? Any questions, or do we go straight to Friday? We're not allowed to trade Wednesday, unfortunately, because the war deals and stuff in FOMC. Yeah, that makes sense, but still, we broke it down. Like that. Alright, then let's go to Friday. Friday was a mess, I can't lie. It was a mess, but here's how we navigate through it. So we're coming off continuations, alright? CPI opens bullish, so price is gonna look to continue higher, right? We're not bearish yet. If we zoom out and we look at what CPI did take out, we didn't even take out this high, so we can't be bearish yet until price takes out this high, right? As you can see, why would price come up here just to edge that high and then not take it out? You know what I'm saying? Same thing for ES. Let me see if ES took out any prominent structure. No, we had SMT up there, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I'll be honest, but I don't like it. Boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. ES cleanly took out this high from New York PM on Thursday, right? And all this accumulation below us, all this build up, price will look to take it out. We have a lot of like relative equal lows, right here, right here, right here, right here. Obviously, you're either looking to long or you're looking to short, but right now, from what you're getting from CPI news, is shorts, right? Price manipulated higher and it worked, right? We didn't see a continuation higher. Usually, when CPI wants to push higher, okay, price will either like make some manipulation, right? Gives you a rebound, then continues displacing higher, okay? But this CPI immediately wicked up and it came back down, right? So it could tell you that Friday will look to be very, very garbage and you can step away. When you see CPI do this, how many days have you seen CPI do this? One candle pumps, fat wick, then just chops around. Which is very, very chop. I can't lie. Alright. 9:30 opens. We're going 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so where is it? Where is it? Alright, all this accumulation, you see the sign in the middle from CPI to 9:30, right? So you know this is chop, okay? If price breaks out of the range, either goes higher or lower, we know where price will go. So before even 9:30 open, 9:29, alright, we start displacing higher, okay? Looks like price is going to rebound back inside this wick or take out CPI highs, right? So you're just waiting to see what price is doing. Cool. Accumulation, price starts displacing, rebounds back inside the wick, and what do you see price do from 9:30? 9:30 opens, wicks, just continues going higher to rebalance. Cool. 9:34 still nothing. There's not like a clean rebalance to refer to, no clean displacement to take. Any entries from 9:30 to 9:34 were not valid, or yeah, legit nothing for you to take here, nothing to like base your trade off of. Cool. 9:34, price starts displacing lower, okay? We come back down, take out the slow, right? We displace past it with clean SIBI displacement. Mark it out, there you go. Clean SIBI displacement, and another candle opens and it starts displacing lower, alright? If you did take an entry here, right, or as this candle closed bearish and you entered here, your stop loss has to be above this candle right here, which was 28 points, which I'm pretty sure you guys could have like firmed it, you know, it wasn't that deep. Alright, so if you entered here bearish, as long as you had a stop loss above here, it was fine. But if you entered like right here, you're expecting price to continue lower and you put your stop loss here, it was really, really invalid. Especially Fridays, you know, when you see news become this garbage and the following an hour is just straight chop, let's just step away. Like Friday, if you take a trade on Friday, then like unless it hit TP, you know, it was just Friday was garbage, I can't lie. But anyways, displacement, alright, BTC gets inversed, okay, price is rebouncing back inside the CP at 9:37, 9:38, now you're seeing displacement lower, okay. The second you see price displace below this low, cool, you can enter. Alright, again, we're not really moving a lot compared to the other days, so you're gonna have to play internal draws, especially since it's still like Friday, you know what I'm saying? Friday, you can literally slap a mini on here and you would have been fine. Again, stop loss above that high, because that's what you're referring to, that high. You know, this is where we displaced away from the CE of the wick. Rebalance, displaced away. This is the most recent rebalance. If you try to put it above here, again, you're gonna get manipulated and stopped out. Alright, price can still rebalance multiple times. It's Friday. You know how Fridays are moving. Cool. Again, TPing, you're TPing at all this internal structure. As you could see, all these relative equal lows, price has to take out. So again, that was your first TP right here. Second TP was legit all these accumulation lows on the side. So you had this, all of this, but from the reaction that we're getting at 9:30 and price is just dwindling like this, very, very unlikely that price will look to go lower, and it'll probably look to manipulate again or chop around for the rest of the day. So re-entries 9:45 legit was just off the rebalance of this SIBI. So if you were able to catch that, go for it. But other than that, to be honest, I don't see like a lot of clean trades because price was legit barcoding in this whole entire like 50-point move, 66-point move. You know, very unlikely caught the top or bottom, and price was just unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? But price was clean after at 11 a.m. when we SMT'd and turtle swooped this high. So price SMT'd, turtle swooped that high up here. Alright, now you're seeing clean displacement. BTC gets inverse, price is displacing through all this accumulation. You get a rebalance, displacement away. This was actually a valid trade if you took it. If you took this at like 11 a.m. After like 10:45, you see 10:45 is not like presenting anything. This was actually a clean trade to take, and obviously you're keeping at internal draws here, 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 but this actually ran for a bit, but we still did not take out all the accumulation. So I can't lie, Friday, if you did not take a trade, was the best trade. Like, that was the best thing to do on Friday, is to not take a trade at all, because it was very, very chop, and it would have been better for you to stay in bed and sleep in and relax. All right, any questions about Friday PA breakdown? Questions. Okay, pull up. You can pack your pressure. One second, lads. My bad for sending this late. Working with the kids. You're good, bro. Don't worry about it. For M and Q, if I think I said, yeah, M and Q. I think M and Q came up here and manipulated that high. If M and Q manipulated this high up here, you just had an extra like good confluence to refer off your bearish trades. So if you took shorts nonetheless off like the M and Q manipulation, it was still fine. Like, nothing to worry about. But on NQ, it did not take it out. It just rebounced inside the wick. But on M and Q, if you were trading an M and Q and you see price take out this high with this like 930, then yeah, shorts were really clean and they would have justified, and you guys would have slapped your entries sooner. But if you were like on NQ and you didn't like understand what we were shorting off of, the wick is fine and like basically getting disrespected, displacement below it, rebalance. Either way, the shorts would have worked, you know, in your favor or not in your favor. You would have still navigated through these like first couple of shorts you could have taken. So, all right. Besides that, let's get into the trades from Wednesday. Okay, that was the day before. Alright. Forward tested today. Yep. Fail swing high manipulation, more likely bearish manipulation is holding. Yep. Displacement, rebalance, displacement away. Stop loss above. Yeah. This was good, E. Good job. Nothing to complain. Eval in Asia, total sub continuation. Yep. Very clean. Yes, clean. Thursday, if you're going to trade Asia, be careful. One, price can still look to continue to take this out. Second, if you see a manipulation, you see an order block, just wait for the order block to get rebalanced into, and I promise you can have much better like RR, and like you would have less drawdown and less risk, especially if you're trading Asia. I don't want you to risk like 2-3 minis just to like TP for like 20 points, you know what I'm saying? So wait for this order block to get rebalanced into, especially if the manipulation is valid. 100% the order block will give you that rebalance, and wait for a reaction before you enter on the order block. But other than that, still valid trade. It's clean. And 45 forward, no test trade today. Yeah, it's clean, but very at the end of the chop. I can't lie. There's nothing to refer to. No clean CBs, nothing to like forming properly as spat. But yeah, still worked out nonetheless. Continuation sequence. Yeah, displacement, reverse displacement. I wanted to see some of those before we continue higher, since all of those were made in the middle of the range. Didn't target a specific one, just -2. It's calm. I don't know what this is. If you mark this out like as an order block for price to reverse off of, invalid, because the DOO for us to reverse is lower. But yeah, nonetheless, AT good short and good SL. Gold Asia manipulation. Price rebounds inside the wick, displaces away. You enter the displacement, stop loss below, and you took it to its internal. Yeah, it works. This was yesterday. Yeah, that was salmon. Let me go down. AP, what the fuck am I looking at, bro? What is this? Genuinely, when have you ever taken a bullish SMT trade like this? Bro, are you actually like taking the piss? You see 930 open, we're in the middle of the chop. Price displaces higher, it manipulates back inside this wick, okay, it rebalances. If you were even on NQ, right? You can see price is being bearish. We're rebalancing, displacing away, rebalancing, displacing away. If you're on MQ, you can see price clearly takes out the high and it gives you clean reversal displacement lower. Okay? Why the fuck would price give you bullish continuation off this internal SMT in the middle of two random lows? This is like actually the McDonald's sign. Like I'm not even. This is like. Oh my god, I can't paste the image. I'm not even joking. You can literally see the McDonald's sign. And you entered off the middle arch, bro. Yo, AP. I don't even know what to say to you, bro. Paper traded entered a little early, and I almost was stopped because I was trying to practice not hesitating and entering up my signatures because I'm holding myself back, not acting. Let me know if this looking to be practices. Seeing the accumulation lows, I knew price was looking to seek them out before being able to continue higher if going to. Blue, right thought process, but don't try to prematurely enter, okay? If you know where price is going, be patient. Wait for the signatures, enter, slap your entry, TP, right? Don't try to guess when price will reverse because obviously you know price want to take this out, but you don't know when. Price can still continue going higher, okay? It doesn't have to immediately reverse, right? So you legit just got lucky, I can't lie. So blue, wait for a reaction, wait for like a clean bearish candle like displacement lower, slap your entry, stop loss above, and hold it to like where you know price will take out. So don't try to guess when price will reverse, act when price is reversing. Back to regarding inshallah to get consistent paths so I can study overseas. Inshallah, the trade was based off a CPI candle wick, high getting turtle swooped and creating SMC with the S. We then had Missy Disrespect and retraced back to the order block, had some and Missy Disrespect, which I entered off of. We had a little bit of accumulation lows, which I targeted, which was a little more than 30 points. Alhamdulillah. Very, very beautiful, bro. Nothing to say about it. Displacement, rebalance, displacement, turtle draw. Very clean and simple. Coming to the day, I saw we had accumulation, then we manipulated lower. Reversed the trade CPI the candle wick, so I wanted to see a reversal today back down to 930 low. We manipulated higher, then we had a crazy displacement lower, disrespected Salmon Sibi and displaced, so I entered, had my stop loss and put 2 time, got stopped out. And I saw we bounced at the order block in respect to CE, so my idea was still valid. We ran through the Salmon Busy and I sized up and took it back down to my original TP. I felt confident in the setup and I let it play out. TP hit in 2 minutes. Clean trade, clean thought process, manipulation. This right here. Stop loss too tight, obviously you know that, but you re-entered TP to this internal, so not too bad, not too bad. Was originally looking short off the rebounds, but then I saw it disrespected the CBs. It made me bullish. A little bit after that, I could see more displacement. Again, bro, price already took out the slow, okay? It already took out the slow with this low. So why are we referring to this low? This low has been already, the liquidity from this low has been taken out. So for price to make an SMT with it is nonsense. Nothing to base your entry off of, okay? We have turtle soup. If anything, if you're gonna base your entry off of anything, look at this low, alright? Has price rebounced into it? No. Are we reacting from it? No. So this move right here is a rebalance. We did not tap into this order block or this candle where it made the middle. No. We have not tapped into anything where price could reverse us. This is just a rebalance, bro. Yusuf, you're so eager to enter off one candle bullish or bearish, bro. Like, okay, we disrespected a Salma Sibi, but how many businesses did we disrespect on the way down? Like, come on, bro. Think about it. You see one candle opposite of your entire trade idea, you enter on it. Like, you're so eager to enter, bro. Be patient. Stop. And why are you taking 2 trades, bro? One day, especially on a Friday, bro. Like, legit, nothing to go off of. Okay, you see price turtle soup, but do you see us displace higher? No. We legit, again, just rebalance. Price came back lower, it took you out, then it went higher. You know, if you were actually waiting to validate a long idea from here, You want to see how prices reacted from this manipulation candle. Are we respecting it or are we disrespecting it? Then you enter. You don't enter in the middle where price could go lower, rebalance, or go higher, rebalance, then go lower. You know, you're right always in the middle of all these dumb trades, bro. Stop being eager to enter. Alright? You have this wick marked out. You see price rebalancing into it. You see displacement lower. You see a rebalance. You see displacement. Enter, target is a turtle draw, and you're chilling. SMT with data high, the DRD with order block same setup as yesterday. Very clean, loud, simple, clean, and good TP. I seen the CB disrespect and manipulation at the low, but didn't play out. Couldn't stay any longer. This chop fest took a small loss. Again, we're legit bearish. Zay, you see prices like making higher highs or lower lows or whatever bullshit that is. And you see we take out a low and we're rebalancing still, but we don't see displacement, especially past this internal high right here, where we had the most recent rebalance. If you see price not displacing past it, and you see we're still going lower, price is giving you multiple opportunities to close your trade at break even or even get out of the trade in some type of profit. So I can't lie, when you're in longs, especially on the wrong side, stop coping and look at what price is doing and get out of it early. Unfortunately, loss was very confused because MQ took out the data high, but NQ didn't. Thought NQ was stronger than MQ, so I went long off the manip. Plus CB disrespect. The shorts, I did have a stronger narrative lower, so trail stops. After we took out the internal lows, tough losses to end the week. Oh, glory to God. SPAT. If you're trading on MQ, don't refer to NQ. You know, refer to what you're seeing. Even on NQ, we did not take out the high. We just rebalanced to the wick. Alright? So NQ it's not gonna look to like long randomly up and just take out the high. You know what I'm saying? Just follow what price is doing. If you see we're respecting the bearish wick from CPI, okay, then we're bearish. If we're like disrespecting it, we're seeing DRD past it, then we're longs. Right now, 9:30 opens, we manipulate higher. Okay, you're confused about this manipulation, thinking it will hold. This will not hold. Why? Because this is a lower time frame manipulation. For us to have this displacement, quote unquote displacement, we need to have a small manipulation, which price gave us. Okay, but this manipulation is now invalid. Why? Because on the 5 minute, 15 minute, whatever, this displacement up is the manipulation. This is price moving up to manipulate. Okay, you're not gonna see this 1 minute internal turtle soup on like the 5 minute or 15 minute. You're not gonna see that. You're just gonna see this entire move as like the manipulation. Alright, lower time frame manipulation, or my bad, lower time frame distribution is higher time frame manipulation. Remember that. Again, longs. What are you basing your longs off of? You see price is respecting the BISIs. You see price rebounds back inside the CE of the wick from CPI, and you see as we're displacing away. So unless price disrespect is this high, I'm not gonna look to like take longs. I'm waiting to see what price is doing up here. And you you shorted at the very bottom after price took out the DOL. Obviously, you're gonna expect price to either rebalance or reverse or something. So you enter very, very late. Stop loss way too. Damn, bro, I can't speak. Stop loss was way too tight. You enter very late into these shorts. So obviously, the outcome is gonna be an SL. And unfortunate, bro. Legit, Friday, if you see CPI do this garbage move and you see all this chop, best for you to step away. Don't try to risk your capital. Don't try to guess where price is going, because you're just gonna be cooked, bro. Honestly. Saw turtle soup at the low with CB disrespect. So enter by MQ got the candle, but MQ didn't, so did not know what the deal with that was. The deal with that, legit, you just react to see what price is doing. We're respecting the CPI wick, okay? And we're seeing displacement away from it. Alright, and you see prices rebalancing and displacing away. How many times did price come near these highs? Multiple times. How many times did it take out? Never. Alright. For example, lower. You have this low draw marked out. Price took it out immediately. Right? You have all these lows here where price is coming down and taking them out. So you're not going to expect price to continue going higher, especially when you have accumulation on your left. This is just internal accumulation, okay? This is just your first DOL that price will look to take out before either rebalancing and continuing, or if this was valid enough, it will look to reverse. But other than that, look at what price is doing. If you see SFT or turtle soup on MQ, trade that. You know, if you see NQs respecting the bearish wick, trade that. You know, don't try to like tweak out and like, tweak over your trading. It doesn't really matter. Just trade what price is giving you. Took the trade at 10:45 is a bit late, but I'm currently getting F'd on the XFA. I'm actually 10:30 and not trade anything besides that. I'm only 1% drawdown. I know I can make a good bag, but I need to actually start taking good trades. Only 930, bro. What is this cope, bro? Like, this is actually like very, very much cope. Why why are you focused on a bearish trade here when we're literally building bullish structure? Like, price took out something on the left, okay. You see a strong displacement up. You see all this chop on the left. You see all this accumulation. Price comes back internally, manipulates all of it, rebounds back inside the CB, and we're displacing away. Why, bro? You're actually coping, bro. I can't lie, you're just coping. Like, you see we're longing now, right? Now we're longing, okay? After price total swoop that high, okay? Price rebounds lower, took out all this accumulation, and you're seeing DRD displacing away from it, alright? Like, you're marking out total swoop up here and total swoop down here. What, bro? You're like over analyzing everything, and you're not analyzing anything at the same time. If anything, manipulation, price takes out all this manipulation, all this accumulation right here, takes it all out, displaces away, rebalances, alright, displaces away still, rebalances again, gives you this internal manipulation, this turtle soup, then it finally displaces away. You're actually coping, bro. 930 won't save you if you're taking trades like these. 930 will even do you worse. It will just hit your stop loss way faster. Garbage fill, but took profit at the first internal regardless. JC, very still valid, and SL was good too, still valid, and good TP. So I'll sweep the CPI high and select the BISI. Target the terminal as well as the entry OTE. Or should I have waited for the rebounds back into the order block and entered on the DRD? No, AT, it was still valid, it was still clean. Stop loss above here, TP down here, it was still valid. It does not matter where you enter, as long as you hit TP, it was still good. 1 to 1 p.m. session, forward test, 3 out of 3 this week. Clean. We can see price manipulate something on the left. Displaces away, rebalances, we're respecting this order block. Price comes back, total manipulation, displacement, rebalance, displacement away, you enter on it. TP at that total high, yeah, valid. Correct SL for the first trade, understood price correction. Understood price perfect and how I wanted to fill that PD rate, but bad SL. The second trade was based off of the showing speed from that low in a high time frame builder, so just waited for a rebalance and took it to the next high. Yeah, total manipulation, price displacing away. We haven't had a rebalance and whatnot, but refer to that. Took it to the high, you held it, and TP was it. Yeah, valid. Unfortunate though, you should have just legit had your SL just a little bit higher. I know that hurt. Still valid. I know you've been busy, but if you're free, could you check my journal DMs? A lot this happened using this advice. Nothing terrible, but honestly, just overthinking stuff. Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you guys. Price failed to sweep that high on NQ. We made relatively equal highs at SMT, so I entered after CB. Disrespect, but didn't notice that MQ only stepped high only thereafter. Unfortunate, but moving on. Again, even if we were not, like, if we were looking to continue higher, refer to what this is doing. Are we seeing displacement any higher? No. We see prices rebalancing back inside the bearish PD rates before we continue bearish. Alright? Akeem. Focus on what price is doing currently, not what it was doing before. Okay? Right now we're bearish. Alright? If we wanted longs, 930 would have continued going higher. 930 would have taken the high, came back down. Playmaker. I saw was perfect. And she was a little bit late, I can't lie, but TP was perfect still. Stopped out and you retook the longs. Perfect. Yeah. After reading this, yeah, not bad. I respect the SL. Overall, it's good. Let's see. First trade eval second paper. On my first trade, I entered this off the manipulation at the lowest displacement higher. CB disrespect, rebalance order block and displacement from the order block. Once price edged my TP, I slid break even. It took B on the day. Second was paper. Let's see. Yes, I'm glad you hit BE though. Obviously, you reacted to what price was doing. You slid break even and you firmed the break even. Total manipulation, displacement, rebalance, displacement, cool. But price did not take out this high, so we can't really confirm that we're gonna go any higher. We just had this internal high get taken out, rebalance back up here. Manipulation, order block, price rebalances inside of it, displaces away. One thing, stop loss is too tight. You can't have it here. Have it like above the order block right here. Inside the order block, if you're gonna enter off the order block itself, just slap it up there. Because price can still come up here and internally manipulate, continue going lower. But good thought process, good idea still. For these shorts on the paper, Supra shorts. I think you got slap break even or something, and then you re-entered. Stop loss was still up there, and you hit TP. So valid. Kendra right now. What's up with MQ, manipulate CPI, and MQ not? Which one is true? Which I believe it changes a lot about my entry. It doesn't really, because they're both ended up being bearish. They're both giving you bearish signatures, even if they did not take it out. All right. If I showed you MQ or NQ, it does not matter what I showed you. Okay. You can still see even without me knowing MQ took out that high. You know. What is it? Let me go back to NQ. Right here. Even if I didn't know MQ took out that high, I'm on NQ. I could literally see prices rebouncing back inside the wick. Price took out all this internal accumulation by manipulating higher. Okay, and now we're seeing bearish signatures where price is giving us bears. You know, like bearish trades. You don't need to know which pair took out what, unless it's ES that took out this high. Then cool. But if it's MQ or NQ, does not really matter. The only time it would matter is like if you're GPing and then, you know, one pair takes out the other, and then you're like, ah, fuck, I'm cooked. Other than that, bro, you're chilling. It does not matter which pair, MQ or NQ, takes out the high. They're both correlated. We run left to trade Wednesday. That's calm. Yeah, even just that, even if you didn't know the rule, just looking at how price was moving after CPI, you would know just legit just step away. You get me? Rebalance off the shorts. Yeah, very clean. Very clean. I'm glad you did not like take the longs though. Almost said very clean, bro. Bet that. I'll see you later, and I got you, bro. Yo, bro, we'll actually lock in, bro. Take your life serious, bro. Come on. Thursday, yeah. Turtle manipulation, displacement away, order of light rebounds, displacement away, DRD. You enter turtle. Yeah, very clean. Gold from Tuesday, I think, and no trade Wednesdays or Friday. Yeah, valid still. Because we're bearish, Zay. We're respecting the bearish signatures more than the bullish. Yes, you have internal manipulation, but where did price take us? Nowhere. You know, after you see price edging this high and it starts being bearish, you can either slap your BE, firm it, or after price starts being bullish again, after it quote unquote gives you this internal manipulation and whatnot, and you see displacement away, cool, but you see you're still getting edged by this recent high, where price edged at this recent high, you can see price is legit, is building like rest of liquidity for price to take out later on, but until then, price is gonna look to be bearish until we have stronger liquidity or stronger stuff. 3 out of the week on the week and pass my exam. You bad, baby? Bet that, bro. Thank you, bro. I'm not trading CPI, so I just focus on the chart if I'm trading. And I always prefer an external move like 50-minute deal, swing point higher or low to base a trade off of. Like, always use the nearest strongest manipulation as a reference. Yeah, manipulation is key. If you understand your manipulation, you'll understand everything else. Do you think it's okay for me to re-enter today because I knew the trade idea was still valid? I just had improper SL, or should I just take the L and move on? If you realize your SL was wrong and it was too tight and price took it out, it's fine for you to re-enter. But if you re-entered only based on the emotions you had because you hit SL, then it's invalid. I've taken partials out first trade and re-entry entering internal lows just forward tested because of low probability. Yeah, that is valid. So just to check, the reason the stop loss displacement was okay on the first 2 trades above the rebalance was because price gave true displacement, then rebalanced and displacement from the order block. But on the second trade I entered on the rebalance and displacement from the order block, so it's only permissible stop is above the order block. Let me know if I tapped that like a sped or if you understand the question. Damn, Damn, bro, what's up with my throat? Pause. Let's see. Yeah, the lungs here were valid. Price manipulated that high. See price reversing and displacing away. Yeah, here we had true displacement away from it. What do you call it? You have clean SIBI displacement. Price is rebalancing and it's displacing away. So now we're focused on DRD, not the order block. Alright? If we're near the order block, then we wait for the order block to get rebalanced, or we slap the SL above the order block and we just let price do his thing. Alright? For here, we haven't had clean displacement away. This SIBI or this candle, this bearish candle, it didn't even displace past this BSC. Right? So price is telling me it can still rebalance, it can still do something. Okay? So here, right idea, but just unfortunate, you know. And obviously, price action was much cleaner. So yeah, is it worth to take a trip to NYC? Yeah, bro. It was actually mad fun. You have to go to the pier if you play soccer, bro. Such a beautiful view. I had a runner stop set for shorts, but trailed them tight after we took internal, just to de-risk and not lose more than I did since it was Friday. Okay, then that's understandable. Okay, so it's really about the displacement from the order block. Yeah, if it's strong displacement away, then look for DRD. But if it's weak, just look for a retracement. Like price can still rebalance, and if it doesn't rebalance and you still get DRD, then either way you're just gonna focus on DRD. Yeah, obviously, bro, DRD's been here. You just have to know when to take it. I can't lie. After that news in Asia, you know price was gonna be weak for the rest of the week. Like we just pumped up crazy. So that's where you stay on guard. Where you have like major news in Asia, and price pumps a lot, don't expect price to move a lot. Like it'll move, but like not as much as you expect it. Bet that, bro. See you. Have a good day. Yeah, 100%, bro. If price was truly bullish and it wanted to continue past data highs, 930, especially on NQ, it would have continued going higher. Especially if we had this quote unquote internal manipulation right here, where price took out this internal draw. Right here. If price took it out and this manipulation was valid and it will hold, 930 would not like chop around or like it would not slow down at all. You will literally just see boom, clean displacement up. Also next week good for evals. Yeah, hopefully we have a lot of accumulation, a lot of DLLs for price to take out and move from. You from the UK? No, brother. Guys, any more questions about this week PA breakdown or any questions in general? If not, then I gotta go and play the yo, chill. Any of you guys from Canada? You guys know this one place near it's like a plaza in Mississauga in Scarborough. Bro, bad thing last night, bro. I went to go. I wasn't even gonna go, bro. It must be fate. Like